right, let's dive into a story that has it all. A genius inventor, a powerful rival, and a secret that, just maybe, could have changed the world. We're talking about Nikola Tesla and a technology that some say was deliberately buried.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if the key to free, totally unlimited energy was found over a century ago, and then someone hid it? That's the huge, tantalizing question that's at the heart of so many stories about Tesla. And to get to the bottom of it, we're going to dig into one specific source that makes exactly that claim.
And here it is. Our guide for this journey is a book called Nikola Tesla's Secret, and it makes a really bold promise. It doesn't just claim to tell you the story of this suppressed technology. Oh no, it says it'll show you how to build the thing yourself. So the whole foundation of this book, its entire premise, is built on this one big idea, that Tesla's most amazing invention wasn't a failure at all. It was actually stopped dead in its tracks. And the reason? Well, it all comes down to money.
And this quote from the book, man, it cuts right to the chase. The theory is that the idea of free energy that you couldn't slap a meter on wasn't just some cool new invention. No, it was a massive threat to the entire business model of the big energy companies.
So who's the bad guy in this story? Well, the book points its finger at one incredibly powerful man, the financier J.P. Morgan. And the real irony here is that he was actually the guy who first funded Tesla's work.
And according to the book, it all came to a head right here, with this structure, the Wardenclyffe Tower. The story goes that when J.P. Morgan finally understood that Tesla wasn't just trying to send messages, but actual power, wirelessly, power that you couldn't bill people for, he just pulled the plug. The funding dried up, the project died, and the dream of free energy, well, it died with it.
Okay, so that's the why, according to the book. But what about the how? How is this amazing technology supposed to work? The book claims the whole secret is about tapping into something it calls energy from the sky. So, the guide lays out 3 different ways to do this. The first 2 are about grabbing energy that we already know is all around us, like TV and radio waves, or even static electricity. But it's that third one, radiant energy, that the book presents as Tesla's real, game-changing secret.
So what even is radiant energy? The way the book explains it, it's this constant, invisible force that's just raining down on our planet all the time from space. Think of it like cosmic rays and particles from the sun. The really key part is that, unlike solar or wind, this energy is supposed to be there 24/7, no matter where you are.
And, to really sell this idea, the book pulls out this quote, apparently from Tesla himself, basically saying, yeah, I've already done it. This single claim, that Tesla had already successfully tapped into this nonstop energy stream from the cosmos, is what everything else in the guide is built on.
And this is where things get really interesting. The guide doesn't just talk about this energy in theory. It gives you, step by step, the instructions to build a device that can supposedly capture it.
And you know what's wild? The parts list is surprisingly normal. We're talking about a shiny aluminum plate to act as an antenna, a capacitor to hold the charge, a handful of diodes to make sure the electricity flows the right way, some wire, and a good connection to the ground. Seriously, this is stuff you could find in pretty much any electronics shop.
Building it sounds pretty straightforward too. You basically take that plate and insulate it so it can work like an antenna. Then you get it up as high as you possibly can. The book says the higher it is, the bigger the electrical difference between the plate and the ground. And that difference is exactly what this little circuit is designed to capture and store.
And here it is. This is the schematic from the book that shows you how to hook everything up. You can see the antenna plate up top, feeding the energy down into those 4 diodes that convert it, and then it charges up that capacitor. The whole circuit is completed by running a wire down to the earth. And, in theory, that's all it takes to start collecting free energy from the air.
Okay, so maybe you build this little device and capture a tiny bit of electricity. What's the point? Where does this all lead? Well, the book takes this idea way, way further. It suggests you can actually use this concept to power your entire house.
Yeah, it jumps from that really simple circuit to this. These are some seriously complex diagrams. It's showing how you could supposedly connect this sky energy system to inverters and battery banks and even tie it into the main power grid. I mean, this is the ultimate promise of the whole book. True energy independence, all built on Tesla's so-called lost secret.
But here's where the whole thing takes a really weird turn. Right after showing you how to get off the grid and achieve total energy freedom, the book just pivots. After all these chapters of secret inventions and revolutionary schematics, the focus completely changes. All of a sudden, you're not reading about secret Tesla tech anymore. You're reading about, well, insulating your attic, buying Energy Star appliances, switching your light bulbs, unplugging your chargers. I mean, these are tips you could find on your utility company's website.
And that right there is the big question this book leaves you with. Why would a guide that promises to reveal a world-changing suppressed technology spend almost half its time giving out the most basic common-sense energy advice imaginable? What does that tell us about the incredible claims that came before it?